Must be amazing. Okay, we're getting down now to that area that we want with the canoe. We're going to bring it down even a little bit more. But yeah, I spent a lot of time fishing, a lot of time hunting ducks. I spent a lot in the outdoors, but we did back then. We didn't have nothing else, folks. We didn't have all these video games, and we didn't have all that stuff. And y'all know that. And technology has, we've talked about that before, how technology just absolutely boomed and so people now, okay, now we're getting down pretty good on this. And let's take our knife and just sort of scrape that along there, make it a little bit wider. Okay, right here, scrape it where this, you know, makes, that's why you want to have your that's why you want to have your shape of your boat or your canoe pretty much made before you start doing the inside, because it now if you've got a Dremel or a Fordham, you can just you can get this stuff out in no time. So if you have one of those, just use it. I mean, it ain't cheating, folks. It ain't cheating at all. It's just using something that's a lot easier to get it done. And okay, well, we've got it down pretty good. Okay. But you notice I haven't taken off a lot because I'm holding it. Best thing to do, I would say, and it's taking me a little bit longer. If I'd put this in a vise, I'd have done no time. And I could have showed you it in the vise, but I wanted to show you by hand. I would suggest that you put this in some kind of a small vise, and then you won't have any problem. Then you can pretty much shape it the way that you want it and all that other stuff. Just put it in a little vise and do that. Okay, now we want to go ahead and make us a little paddle that just goes over with it. Now this is way too long, but I did that on purpose. And this is, I just drew it out. And this is about 1/2 inch wood. And what we're going to do, we're just going to bring it down. And then I'm going to cut off the end of that paddle, in other words, to make it smaller so we can have it. comp this over a little bit. There. Put my finger against it, it sticks into my finger. Basically, that when it comes to the paddle, there's not much shape. You know, we'll bring it down a little bit and then we'll round it off just a little bit. But it's pretty much the old type paddles were not just basically to yeah, I'm gonna start sort of rounding this off in here. We'll bring all this down. Now, you can have a thumb, you should really in this small work be working with a thumb guard. Now, you can make a thumb guard, you can get you one, you just make one out of a piece of I put just band-aids on here, in other words, and you work it out to whatever you want it to be. Okay. May be too big of a paddle. I'm gonna have to cut it down a lot. I have to do that. Cut it down a lot. Cut it down. Yeah, I'm kind of cutting it down on both sides, make it smaller. The paddle was just sort of a flat piece. I priced a paddle I saw one the other day and I saw the price of it. Gosh, paddles have, whew, they've gotten expensive. They have really, really gotten expensive. Uh-oh. Have I been up against that? Yeah, I nicked myself a little bit. I saw some red stuff on, just barely nicked myself on this thing. I should have a Band-Aid or a thumb guard on this thing. It's not bad. It's just a tiny little nick. Just enough to get a little blood on my... I should have a thumb guard on. And I don't know how to be ashamed of myself. You don't wear one, I'm gonna get on to you. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down even further. Bring this down even further. Okay. It's got to come down even more. We'll bring it down. Thing is, you start off with a larger paddle than necessary, and then you work it down to the shape and the size that you want. See, that's what you do. And you can always cut the paddle down. You can make it smaller. There it goes. Now it's looking smaller. And so as you get toward the end of it, where you got your paddle where it's looking pretty good, see, like that, you want to bring it even a little bit more flat. There we go. Now it's good and flat. And then you just sort of scrape it. See, you just sort of scrape the little and it goes with the, I don't even have to cut it off. Cut off a little bit more. Thin it up just some more. Okay. All right. Dig just a little bit deeper here. And I'll take a little thing and sand that out in there, in other words. All right. Now there. All right, okay. Well, there we go. There's our little canoe. I'm gonna fix it up a little bit and just sand off that right in there. But there is our little canoe and a little paddle that goes with all this stuff. So let me go ahead and wet it and show it to you. And oh gosh, oh. Now this little gift, I imagine people would really, really want to have. You can make a bunch of these. See, it's going to fit. It's going to fit on the little thing like this. And then the little paddle is going to be across it like that. See that? See the little... all this is a little old base I got from Hobby Lobby. And the little canoe can fit on it like this. And the paddle, I'm sorry, turn that over and just set it right real quick. And with it being wet like that, be cleaned up a lot better. Anyway, we won't get into that anymore right now. That's going to fit on there like that, and the paddle will go across the little canoe like that. Alright, I'll finish it up and get it done. And there is our little gift, little small Whittle gift that you can give away. Okay? All right. Well, God bless you now, and thank you. Bye-bye.